I'm not nervous. I haven't done this in so long. I really hope that, the internet hasn't forgotten about me. Obviously, it has not. It's just, people may have forgotten that I do live streams. Hi! Hello. I'm good. It's nice to see you. First, I was wondering, like, it's been such a long time since I've gone live. I was, like, wondering if people are gonna come back, but it sounds like you're happy, so, yay. It's good to see you back here, Kino. And yeah, I'm glad to be back. You know, I'm really weird. If I just have realized in life, if I don't want to do something, I'm just not gonna do it. And if I want to do something, I'm gonna do it. Oh no, I didn't think that you would forget. I just mean, like, I'm just wondering how many other people are gonna remember. But I was pretty sure that you would most likely be the first one. Did I sleep for 36 hours? No. Um no, I actually have gotten back on a pretty good, like, surprisingly good for me sleep schedule. Like, I'm sleeping every night for, like, I don't know, 8 to 10 hours maybe. And waking up whenever I feel like it and going to bed whenever I feel like it. So, thank you. I appreciate that. I've been really, really busy. Like, I've been doing a ton of things. And I've been doing a lot of things for, like, my YouTube channel and my videos and stuff. Like, that I wasn't doing back when I was going live every day. Love you all too. And hey, I always say it's better to be weird. And it's better to be weird than be normal. You know, everyone's a little bit weird in their own way. I'd rather be weird than not. Hello from France. Oh, bonjour. Hello, you're from Indonesia? Hello. One thing I really, really love about going live on YouTube is, like, being able to connect with, you know, people, talk with you guys who come in here from all around the world. It's, like, really, really cool, you know? Like, and because I know we have people here. I mean, I'm an American. I'm in America, but I know people come here from all around the world. Hello, Frank. And, Nasrin, guess what? Guess what? What? Nasita, I do not speak whatever language you're writing in, unfortunately. I speak English, I speak Russian, and I speak French. And a little bit of Spanish. Do you have, family from there? I am from Alabama. Alabama, United States. Well, that's great. I'm glad you're getting to go visit family. That's always nice. I'm having, I get really random allergies. Oh, okay. Well, that's always it can be difficult to do that, but it's a good family bonding time. Trying to get comfortable. So, oh, no, I'm not really tired. I don't have any makeup on, so that might be it. Also, my face is a little bit puffy right now because of, and I sound a little stuffed up just because I was having some allergy issues earlier. But also, so it's, I haven't been awake for too terribly long. I've been awake like an hour and a half, and I'm still like getting my caffeine in me. It's 4 in the morning for you. What are you still doing on YouTube, man? Go get some get some sleep. You should. Yes, here in Alabama it's almost noon. So plenty of time left in the day. And so yeah, I haven't been felt like I wanted to. I used to go live and like do it all the time. And I'm hoping that more of the people who subscribe to me, I know a lot of people subscribe to me because of the lives and probably stopped like watching my content because I wasn't going live that much, but I hope that eventually the YouTube algorithm lets them know that I'm on here and they come back. But in the meantime, I see a lot of you that I haven't met before, but it's nice to meet you. Thanks for stopping by. Hello, Paul. My name is Sierra, and I do mostly like on my YouTube channel. I make like acting videos. That's why I started YouTube. I have a lot of original characters I came up with. I also make educational, like geology content and language content sometimes. You like this? Oh, thank you. And I do a lot of fashion videos too. Like a lot of the content that I do, like the YouTube shorts, is just I love dressing up. Like as you can see, I'm wearing kind of a like this is like a normal outfit that I'd wear like around my house. Like I don't even consider this dressed up. It's like comfortable for me. But like I wear like multiple outfits during the day. I make videos just styling clothes and stuff like that. Hi, fairy lights. Oh, Paka Paka. Oh yeah, my Bible study. I was also going to mention that I mean, I'm a Christian and I read the Bible every day, like for myself, and I study the Bible, and sometimes I have made like devotional videos in the past, and I've also made videos where like I like to read the Bible in Russian and in French. And then sometimes when I go on live, like after I've talked with people for a while, I'll read the Bible a little bit. I also answer theological questions. I mean, I'm obviously not like an ordained minister or anything, but I have been to Bible school and I study the Bible a lot, and I know I've been a Christian a long time, so I like to help people come to know the Lord if they don't know him, and also answer people's questions who are maybe questioning you know, who are curious about God but not sure what to believe. Um, and then people who do believe, who also are just needing encouragement or discipleship, you know. The Bible is necessary after live streaming. Yeah. I mean, the Bible is necessary like before, after, and during I'm streaming, like for sure. I mean, like, but I know what you're saying there. I know what you're saying. I'd say that what is also necessary is prayer, like just simply like just talking to the Lord. And like sometimes even when I'm doing live streams and I'm like having a difficult time or having a difficult conversation, or I'm like, I don't know what to say next, I'll just be like, I pray in my head, just be like, Lord, please give me the right words to say and give me the patience to deal with whatever person is arguing with me. And he does, he helps. Chris says, you lost faith, been without it for years, but you'd like to get that back for sure. Well, hey, that's a great place to start, Chris. And, you know, just the fact that you're open to coming back to the faith means that God is still working on your heart. And the thing is, coming back to the faith can be as simple as just saying, you know, Lord, I feel lost right now, but I want to come back to you. I just don't know how. Please, please come back to me, Lord. I want to come back to you. And just as simple as that. And it doesn't have to be some big fancy prayer. You don't have to all of a sudden start reading the Bible like chapters a day. You don't even have to start going back to church immediately. You know, you can be a Christian and have a relationship with God. I mean, I go to church now and it's like my favorite day of the week, but that's only because I have a really great community church. And I've been going to my church for like over a year. I'm really involved. I know a lot of people, but before that, I was going to a larger church where I really didn't know anybody. And I didn't enjoy going to church. I felt very disconnected, and so I would just go to church like just sometimes with my family just because they liked us going together, but then we'd go into church and sit in the service and then leave and not have a the biggest most so I didn't really care. I didn't even go every Sunday, but then I'd come home and read the Bible a lot and pray and spend time with God. So I still had that relationship with God. That's the most important part of being a Christian, is having a relationship with God. And you can do that and not go to church. Going to church is, you know, the point of that is to be in fellowship with other Christians. So I just want to make that clear that if you are lost and like wanting to come back to faith, don't feel like you have to start going to church immediately or doing any certain type of thing other than, you know, like start with getting yourself back to having a relationship with God, and He will direct your steps versus, you know, listening to what other people say you should do, if that makes sense. You're stuck. You're baptized Catholic, but don't necessarily agree with their views. Right. Yeah. No, I totally get that. I will, hold on. Yes, Donovan, it is really me. And, Solar, really quick. I'm doing okay. My voice may sound a little funny because of dealing with some allergies. It's also, I'm like a little congested, so, but I'm doing great. So Chris, I get what you're saying, and here's the thing about, so the Bible is God's word, and we can take the Bible at face value, what it means. We do not have to interpret it. And Catholicism, Lutheranism, Methodism, Baptist, all these different so-called denominations of Christianity are groups that formed. So the initial church that formed, there were not all of, after Jesus ascended to heaven, in the early days, like 100, 200 AD, less than that even, right after Jesus went back to heaven, there was one church. There wasn't the Catholic Church, the Baptist Church, the Methodists, the Evangelicals, the Protestants. There was one Christian church, and they all had the same belief, the same mindset, the same values, and they would come together and meet. And there were not very many of them, so they would all meet together, and they all believed the same thing. And over time, as Christianity spread, which is amazing that Christianity spread, different, after like the Reformation and all that, there were different people who, theologians who would start coming up with interpretations of the Bible that weren't necessarily, it's totally great to have like a theology book, like someone's interpretation of the Bible, but the problem that happens when you read, so like I even said it, like I was thinking of this as an example, like I have a Bible, and I was starting to think, I might need to get a new Bible because so much of my Bible is marked up with me, notes that I've taken in it, places I've highlighted it, to the, times where I've highlighted the same verse multiple times, dates, and it's getting to the point where it's like almost like a journal. It's like, this is not just my Bible, but this is my journal, like of however long I've had this Bible, however many years, like, and I can look through it and see not just God's word, but also like, oh, I remember at this time I was dealing with whatnot, and God showed me this verse at whatever time. So it's kind of like, in a way, this is the Bible according to Sierra. Now, so I wouldn't give my Bible to, my used Bible to a new Christian. I would buy them like their own copy. I mean, I'm in like a pinch, if if it was the only Bible I could give, I would. I have given my old Bible to someone before with notes in it because I was at the hospital and I met a fellow patient and who didn't have a Bible, and I had one with me and I gave it to him. But like if I had a friend who had just come to know Jesus and didn't have a Bible, I would like help them get their own fresh copy, because as you go through the Bible, I mean, not everyone does this, but like, for example, my dad, I kind of picked up the habit of taking notes and writing things in it from him. He does that. So if I were to like look up a scripture in his Bible, or flip through his Bible, I would see the Bible kind of with all his notes and stuff, and I would see like the Bible according to, from Bill's point of view, if that makes sense. And just one more thing before I move on. So like, all that to say, so it's like a Bible and a journal in one. So these theologians who came up with their own different specific religions in Christianity, basically took Christianity, which is just the pure Bible, and then added certain rules to it, depending on which religion you subscribe to. So that's why Catholics believe different things than Methodists do, and you know, outside of like the core doctrine. So what I believe personally, I don't follow any doctrine specifically. I call myself a biblical Christian. I read the Bible at face value, and I don't look to other people to interpret it. And I try my best to, when I read something, not try to interpret it in any type of way other than what is being literally put out. Now that's different than like reading a different translation of the Bible. But anyway, so I don't know, hopefully that helps you a little bit, Chris. And if you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to me, or you can like join the YouTube community that I have, where it's not utilized very often, but like people who join my YouTube channel, like you guys can write posts in the community yourself. So like if you have something you would like, a question you want to ask me or discuss with other people here, you can feel free to do that. Hey Tony, it's nice to see you. And you said, same, Sierra, I always say to follow the teachings of Jesus Christ and not religion. Exactly. You're right about the interpretations. For example, the word demon is supposed to mean bad emotion. Many people... True. Yeah, that is another thing. So something else that's interesting, if you're reading a scripture, you can, you know, figure out what was the original. So the Bible was written originally in 3 languages: Hebrew, Greek, and Aramaic. So if you know, so this Bible, which is NIV, says something in one English version will be translated differently than another English version and another English version. And it's like just a process of making sure it means the same thing as like what, as close as possible to what the original word meant. Now the problem is there are some words in the ancient languages the Bible is written in that we do not have a direct English translation for, or we do not have a direct translation for in any language. So that's where, you know, sometimes certain verses, it's always good to like, there are some words, for example, the word ruach is the word that refers to Holy Spirit. Well, ruach is like used throughout the Bible in many, many times, and that means Holy Spirit. But there's also, I'm pretty sure, another word for Holy Spirit. Or like, for example, there's the word agape refers to one type of love, but there's also other words for love in the Bible, like determining, like, I don't know, there's one that was like, for agape means like Christ-like love. There's like a word for romantic love, there's a word for platonic love, there's a word for brotherly love. Anyway, hope I didn't lose you guys. Oh, Tony, you know what? This is my first live stream that I've done. I'm pretty sure whenever the last time I saw you was the last time that I went live. So you haven't missed anything. I mean, I've been posting on YouTube. I post on YouTube pretty much every day. I post shorts, and I made a long video. I made an Avril video the other day, and part of what I've been doing like I've been planning a lot of videos, you guys. So I have a lot of educational videos that I'm planning. And so they take, like, I'm really into geology, and I have a geologist character, Dr. Amethyst. So I have been planning, and those videos, I have like 3 or 4 of her videos that I made last year about minerals, but I'm planning more. So it's like a character, so I'm acting, but also like teaching geology at the same time, so it's really fun. I have, so one of the videos, it's gonna be, and I made these, it's backwards, but like I made this little like slideshow. Of course, like when I'm doing it, it's also difficult because I'm not, I don't know how to do like editing and stuff like that. I mean, I could if I really, really tried to, but it just takes so long to like, I like to have a hard copy of whatever I'm doing, like hard copy notes. I don't like to write notes on the computer. I like to have a hard copy slide. So anyway, I made this whole like little slide that is going to be like my script guideline for the video about, it's going to be about volcanoes. I'm very excited for that video. Different types of volcanoes, different types of magma, the 2 different types of magma, why some volcanoes are deadlier than other volcanoes, volcanic explosivity index, and some examples. Yes, yeah, I am stuffy. I am having a little bit of an allergies today. And Donovan, happy October to you too. And of course I remember you. I've seen your comments, believe me, Donovan, I've seen your comments, and I haven't been ignoring them. I just haven't really, I just have been, so I'm going to be back to live streaming more, and I think I'm taking a break. I have at this point, I have, let's see, 1, 2, at least 2 Dr. Amethyst videos, probably even 4 if I broke them down, planned. So, but part of it is I just really enjoy studying geology just to study it. So, but I definitely want to make the videos. And yeah, so the thing is, Tony, I might get into that, but right now, so it would have to be like an app that works. So right now, any video that is longer than like a couple minutes and is a horizontal video, I'm using this tablet to film, and like just directly uploading it. Because, okay, so this tablet sucks, but I am able to, and it's very sticky. I can't even edit YouTube videos on it. All I can do is simply film the video and then upload it, and then I have to like edit it when it's uploaded through my YouTube app. But my phone is like nearly completely out of storage, so I can't make long videos on my phone anymore. So I used to use my phone for my long videos, and I would just turn the phone like, you know, horizontal like this. Well, it didn't. I was trying to like horizontal like this to film videos, but now I just use my phone for TikToks and YouTube Shorts, Snapchat, whatnot. And the thing is, like, as far as editing short videos go, there are tools to do that within the TikTok app, within Snapchat, within YouTube. So if I want to make an edited short video, I can do that. And I do that sometimes. It's just like I don't really know how to like edit like long form videos and like put different cuts together like that. For that you need like a whole like separate software, and I'm just not a tech person, and I don't even want to like if I had a production team, and maybe the goal is to someday potentially have a production team so that I don't have to produce all my videos myself, because like basically right now I am the creator, I'm the writer, the actress, I'm the hair designer, costume designer, cinematographer, and director and producer. So I do it all, folks. But anyway, I'm not a huge fan of like editing videos in the typical YouTube style, where there's a lot of, I guess because my videos are more like, I don't really do like YouTube like commentary videos or anything like that. But I really don't like that type of content, honestly. I hardly watch any videos on YouTube anymore except for like news. And then like I watch some movies on YouTube. And then I'm like really like, I have not found a single person entertaining. There are a couple people that I watch that are entertaining, but they only put out like a video like every like 1 or 2 weeks. So oh, well, thank you for the opportunity. I don't even know how I would even like send you videos, and it would be like a whole thing, I don't even know what I'm saying. CapCut Prometheus. Yeah, I've heard of CapCut. I know TikTok uses that sometimes. So like I can't edit, and I do edit short videos. It's just the long videos. And I kind of like the long form videos being uncut anyway. No, I appreciate that. And yes, I am a Christian. Yes, I'm a Christian. It's very important to me. Yeah, God is good. I'm so thirsty. I drank so much water. So much water and flavored water, so much. Ooh. I have been, I can show you guys in a little bit, except I didn't make my bed yet, but I've been, reorganizing things in my house, so my house looks a little bit different. Although I don't know if you guys have really seen, if I've ever done, like, much of a house tour. You used to work for a record label in there, but only for marketing. You produced your own music, though. That's cool. Hey, listen, Donovan, I'm like, at this point, I don't know if you're like just trolling me, because I have told you so many times that it is nothing personal when I don't go live. I have a life outside of YouTube. I cannot go live every single day. I cannot go live every single week. Sometimes I have different things, just like everybody has different things that they do for their job. My job is YouTube and social media. I have playing videos I have to do, I have research I have to do for videos, I have editing my own videos, posting videos, coming up with video concepts. And then I also sometimes get burned out and I don't feel like sitting and talking to the camera for 2 hours, you know what I mean? Like it would just be inauthentic. And for a while I had to take a break from going live, and I was like, I don't know what's wrong with me. You know, I was looking forward to going live every single day. And even if I was tired, I wouldn't mind talking for 2 or 3 hours to the camera, but I was just really burned out and I didn't have the energy for that. And so yeah, I mean that's part of why the old live streams are there, so you can watch the replays. And I'm not trying to be mean or anything. I just every single time I post a video, Donovan, you seem to comment something, like multiple comments. Like saying you miss me and saying things like I don't care about you and I don't care about you, not just you, but like the YouTube community in general. And you use a lot of words like that. Like, so I just would appreciate it if you stopped commenting so many things like that. And just know, it's not that I don't care about you. If I take a break from going live, it's because I'm taking care of myself. You know what I mean? And I still, I mean, I do not go, I don't go a day without posting something on YouTube, pretty much. I post at least one short every single day. I don't know if you all get notifications when I do post shorts, but I do post shorts every single day. So if you are missing my live streams, you can just go check my channel and see what is new and just refresh the feed. There's probably like 3 or 4 shorts you haven't even seen. Prometheus, wish you guys all the best and get well soon. Thank you. Well, thank you for joining. I'll see you later. Hello, Jay. Yeah, I haven't been, on in a little bit. I have been doing other things, like, and not really having enough energy for, like, just, like, I've been working on other creative things versus just, like, talking. Hey, Randy. So the contest, the initial one that I entered, that I first told you guys about, I ended up, being, this word sounds like harsher than it is, eliminated from it. And it's not even like a big terrible, it's just that, so I got all the way up to the quarterfinals, but then I didn't win that round, and so I got demoted back to level 9, and then I got demoted again to level 8, and then so like just at that point, like they're basically just eliminating people so they can move on with the contest. However, I'm still entered in, Maxim like is always putting out new contests, so since then I've entered like 2 more. I'm in 3 contests right now, and I'm doing pretty well in them. So I'm still in contests. So if you want to go, and also I've been updating my modeling page with, I've just been taking new pictures, and so I update that with like new pictures, and so if you want to keep voting for me, I'm still in the competitions. And like I said, I never really, I was just entering it for fun. And I mean, quite honestly, I made it to the quarterfinals of that contest, and that's pretty dang good, so I'm not disappointed at all. But there are still plenty of other opportunities. You got signed to a record label. Yeah, it is a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit like thrown off when I checked, because like a friend of mine, he like texted me, he was like, did you drop out of the Hot Girl Summer competition? And I was like, no, but I did get demoted. And then I went and looked at the page, and it was still showing me in the other three contests, but then the Hot Girl Summer one, it said, this competition has ended. We thank you for your time and participation. I was like, oh. I know it wasn't ended. You guys are lying. Just tell me straight up that I was eliminated. Because I know it wasn't over. It's fine. So that did hurt a little bit, but I had to be like, okay, was it really even realistic that I would win anyway? Did I even want to win? I didn't even know if I wanted to win this contest. But the other contests that I'm in, like two of them, one of them, the photo shoot would be in Barcelona. The other one, the photo shoot would be in Paris, I think. The other one, the photo shoot would be in LA. I don't really care. I mean, honestly, I was not super, I mean, the first one, the one I got kicked out of was the one to be like, do like a beach shoot at Barbados, which would be amazing because I love the beach and I love swimming and stuff like that. But I was always thinking that like I might be like uncomfortable because like the photo shoot would be like in the hot sun, in the hot, like, and I don't really like to go out in the sun, and I also looked at some of the pictures and I was like, I don't know, you know, some of the, like the girl who won last year, like some of her outfits were like really cute and like, but some of the like poses with the swimsuits were just kind of like I wouldn't really be comfortable like doing that. And but like the photo shoots for like the other, like the competitions that are in Europe are more like high fashion. So like a lot more clothes, a lot more fashion, a lot more up my alley. Will I do, so I don't celebrate Halloween. In the past I've dressed up for Halloween, but I just don't like to celebrate it at all. I don't like to acknowledge that it's a day, even if it's just like dressing up for fun. I'm like, I can dress up on any time of the year. So yeah, Donovan, I might I have a lot of costumes and stuff that I could like make videos with. I just probably wouldn't label it like Halloween. I would just be like dressing up, if you know what I mean. But I have like a lot of I could do like a compilation video of dressing up as all of my characters. Like I could dress up as Avril, Becky, well, Becky doesn't really have a costume, but I could do, that would be a fun video to like do a compilation video of me dressed as all my characters, maybe. And then maybe like some other characters as well. I don't know. Why would I do that, Tony? That's stupid. Joshua, I don't need help. I'm good. And quite frankly, if you think I'm crazy, you're free to leave. I don't wish to be called crazy. I don't wish to be bullied like that. So, I think you're just here to be a troll and or try to get a rise out of me, but it's not going to work. Tony, why don't you be a leprechaun? I think leprechauns are male anyway. You've been here before? Yeah, I definitely have recognized you. Yeah, I like to dress up. I mean, one year I was Rapunzel, one year I was like an angel kitty. One year I was Starfire from Teen Titans. One year my first year at college, I was like, I didn't really plan, and I was just like a black cat. I went out like at the last minute and got some black cat ears and wore a black tank top, and I was a cat. But after that, I got a Rapunzel dress from Hot Topic. Oh, I should show you guys some of the costumes that I have. I have, one, it's Dorothy. So I have, Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz. I have a Dorothy dress, and then I have the red heels. And my hair is brown like hers, so I think that would be a cute outfit to do. Then I also got like a Snow White dress from Hot Topic. It's not like it's like Snow White themed. It's not actually Snow White. And then of course I have a lot of vintage dresses and stuff too that are like not a specific character, but so I love dressing up. All that to say, like, I just quite frankly do it for fun, like, literally. Oh, live competition. Sure. That would be kind of fun to do, like, I mean, I probably will do, like, a live on Halloween, and just, it doesn't have to be for Halloween, you know, it's just like for fun to dress up. Yeah. Or I definitely will be making a lot of videos. But I have been enjoying making dressing up videos just for fun anyway. Oh, okay, I need to stand up for a second and take a break. I don't know if you guys remembered, but so this is one of the things that I've done in here is I had that little table over there before, and this has become kind of like my part of why I moved it was so that I could plug that lamp in and keep those fairy lights on at the same time at night and not have to use this big overhead lamp. And then I have I don't have like a desk. Like sometimes I will sit here if I'm like drawing or working on a specific thing, but most of the time when I'm like working on videos, studying, reading the Bible, I just like lay out on the floor with like all my books and stuff. And then I haven't been in here a lot with you guys just because it's kind of messy, but I cleaned it up a little bit. I moved some things around. I added some stuff. I mean, I had all of my perfume bottles that were empty in my bathroom, and it was like cluttering up like where I do my makeup and stuff. So this one has a tiny bit of perfume in it left, but this is all the perfume I have left. I need to get more perfume, but my birthday's coming up soon, so. But yeah, I have all these empty perfume bottles. Like when I buy perfume or get perfume for a present, I like half of the fun is getting a nice bottle. So I like to keep the bottles, and then something I do every single day is I like to look at all my clothes or look at certain clothes and like organize them and just like touch them and like touch all the beads and see, you know, organize them by fabric and shine and organize all my robes and whatnot. And then like, okay, so the Rapunzel dress is back there. I can't quite reach that. Where's the Dorothy one? Oh yes, this was the one I was talking about. So I'll probably do that. Mooshie, stop! So I don't let the cats in here because, well, one, I mean, at first it was because Snowy peed on my clothes when I was on vacation, but now I don't let them in here at all. And it's really good, actually, because of my allergies. They're so bad. So, no, he's scratching to get in. So I'm in this room. He's out there. He's scratching to get in. But I don't let him in here because he'll, like, get trapped under the bed. I mean, I wouldn't mind having Mooshie in here. But, you know, then I would have to close the door when I go out so that Snowy can't get in here. And if Mooshie's, like, in the closet or something, I can't get him out. Also, it's really nice to come in here sometimes because the air is... There's no cat fur in here. And that's what I'm most allergic to is cat fur. It's also good because that way the cats don't lay on my clothes. Anyway. And then, yeah. Oh, and I also... You know what? I'm gonna open the window. I used to keep this window, like, closed. Like, always closed, but I didn't think that I had a very, oh, dang it. The curtain fell down. I didn't think I had a very nice view. But, it actually... And I kind of liked it being dark in here, I guess. But I've gotten more used to having a lot of light in the house. I'm so bad at this. Okay. I may have to do this later, but anyway. See? So that looks nice. I'll have to do it later, though. Okay, so Tony, listen, like, I didn't used to be this organized. I have spent lately, and this has been honestly the best thing for me. Okay, so my room, I haven't made the bed yet, but I got out. So I had gotten out my green, I have an emerald green comforter. But then I also have this white one. This one is really heavy, so I can't, like, but it's also really soft. And I changed the sheets, changed the blanket. And then I've been, like, I turn on the lights in here every day. And then I've just been organizing my makeup and jewelry and stuff. I'm not even kidding, though. Like, I do this partly because it's relaxing for me. Like, it calms my anxiety down to, like, literally just, like, organize things, and it's just weird. I don't know. But, I do it as a coping mechanism, if anything. Um, but I did used to kind of be more like that organized mess type of thing, and I didn't organize that much because I was the opposite. Like, having to have things organized stressed me out. But once I started getting into it and being kind of more like able to like move things around, getting into like decorating, and it doesn't take as long as I thought it did and as much energy as I thought it did, and it makes me feel good, you know, like to like I've accomplished something. And also like getting dressed, putting on makeup most days. I mean, I didn't put on makeup before I went live, but wearing nice clothes around the house for no reason. So it's super sunny and very sunny, but the days are getting shorter. And it's still hot during the day, but the days are getting shorter, and the mornings and evenings are cool. But I do hope we get some rain. Honestly, I feel like I would be happy in Ireland, Tony, because if it is rainy and windy all the time, that's my kind of weather. Like, I feel so much more relaxed when it's rainy outside than when it's sunny. It's like the sun like bothers me. You're only in your apartment since the beginning of the year, and oh, yeah, so I mean, I've lived in, and I was able to just like renew my lease. My lease was due to end this month, but I just re-signed it, so that was good. So now I don't have to worry about that. I'm set to be here a whole nother year. But I've lived here, so this will be my coming up my 4th year living here, and it really took me a long time to settle into this apartment. I have to say, I didn't actually like it that much at first, but now that I've really settled into it and really like taken my time decorating and, you know, moving things around, making it more my own, I really love it and I really like it. And it was actually funny, when I moved in here first, I was like, this apartment is too big, I don't need all this space. And now I'm feeling like, because I didn't have a lot of furniture, I didn't have a lot of stuff, and I've just accumulated more stuff. You know, I'm a really thrifty shopper. I buy a lot of things, but I don't spend a lot of money, so I have a lot of things, and I like to decorate. And I'm starting to feel like this house isn't big enough. So it's kind of weird how when I was, you know, 22, well, I turned 23 when I had just turned 23 when I moved in here, and I was like, this house is too big, I don't like the carpet, it's all bleh. And now I'm about to turn 27, and I'm like, the house is just big enough and could be bigger. Yeah, oh yeah, it was unfurnished. Mine was unfurnished as well. And when I first moved in, like, I really didn't have much furniture at all. And I didn't even get this, like, bed frame. Like, I had this mattress, but it was just on the floor with a box spring. And the mattress was also over there on that wall. And I ended up getting this bed frame. I found it on TikTok Shop. A pink bed frame of all things. And I only got that like a couple years ago. What was I going to do? Where did I put my water? Okay. I need to take a quick break, but I'll be right back. So, if you guys want to hang out here, I'll be back in a little bit. Oh yeah, the bed is awesome. You should see it made. I should have made it before I went live. It looks so nice. I mean, I'm definitely gonna, I've started making my bed every day just because it's really nice to get into a made bed, but I'll do that later. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Right. Where did I put my water cup? Because I need more water. Oh, there it is. Oh, Finland? I've never been over there, but I would love to. Finland sounds great. I love the snow. Finland, Norway, Sweden, any of those places sound great. You're going airsofting? Oh, that sounds fun. Donovan, you're fine. It's okay. Hi. What? Snowy child. I guess he wants food or something. He's such a baby. No, you're not a bad person, Donovan. I wasn't trying to make you feel bad. I just was asking if you can, in the future, you know, not comment so much about that kind of thing, but it's okay. Airsofting this. Such a something that's you have fun with that. Sounds like such a guy thing. I could see my dad totally loving doing something like that. Running low on cat food, but that's okay. Ah, Snowy! I just put... Okay. Snowy is obsessed with water, and it's getting really annoying. Like, he sits here. It's not like he can't... He's thirsty. He's not thirsty, like... because he can totally reach this water. What he wants me to do is fill up the water so that it will drip out and overflow so that he can look at it. And then once it stops, he wants me to do it again and do it again and do it again. And it was really funny at first, but it's getting so annoying. And he will just sit up here and look at me and make me feel bad and gaslight me into doing it. And getting water all over the floor and all over the counter. And I think he's addicted and he needs to go to H2O Anonymous. What do you guys think? For real though. Water is a good thing, Snowy, but you don't need to be... He's like... I liken it to like a toddler being addicted to watching TV. It's basically like TV for him, you know? Like, he doesn't need me to keep him constantly entertained by the dripping water. He can entertain himself. So, like, it was really, really funny at first, believe me, and I really indulged him in it because I thought it was super cute. But it's getting to the point where, like, he literally will sit there and just, like, do nothing but wait for me to put water in there. I'm like, Snowy, you need to go and do other things. You need to be an active young man, okay? So, children, right? Anyway. Now I will move over here to my little mineral corner. Airsofting might be fun. One time I played, like, I don't know, I had this friend and he had a massive collection of, like, Nerf guns. Like, the little airsoft, I guess, Nerf, airsoft, whatever. And, like, I didn't even want to do this, but he had a bunch of friends over. We were hanging out. He's like, let's do a Nerf war. I was like, oh my gosh. So he had like a 2-story house with like, you can imagine, like, you know, a 2-story house with like a, ways that you could be like, you know, like, it was a weird, it was funny. I'm like, how are we like a group of 20-somethings or a group of 6-year-olds? I don't know. Or 12-year-old boys. Anyway. What do you mean, why can't... No, he can play. So, like, I have, like, a lot... This is my entire... I mean, you can't see everything, but I have, like, all the cat toys out here, and they do play with them. I have a basket of cat toys, and then I have this little barn that used to be my Breyer horse barn, and then that little cat tube. And I don't really like to keep it out. Like, honestly, like, I wish... I would prefer not to have it out, But I like them to have the option of playing with things if they want to. So it's sort of like, I remember growing up and, oh, like, see, there's Snowy right now. He's probably about to go in the cat tube. What I was saying is that I didn't want, like, if he is entertained by something, that's totally fine. But, like, when the entertainment requires me to be constantly pouring water into the thing so it will drip down for him, I'm like, I'm not your slave, Snowy. But I get it. Cats are fascinated with running water. He's also fascinated with the bathtub, so anytime I take a bath or shower, he sits on the edge. You're all grown men due to do it tomorrow. No, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, honestly, like, in the friend group that it was so, like, that was part of the thing. It was a group of mostly guys, and it was just me and a couple other girls, but for some reason the girls were like actually really into it, and I was like, I really would rather not do this, but so it's like, you know, boys will be boys anyway. It was kind of fun, but like I could see like why they had fun and why you guys will have fun doing stuff like that. It's a fun time. I mean, I honestly love like playing with kids, like before church. So like before church, like I serve in the elementary classroom at my church. So like before the church service, it's just funny to see the difference between the boys and the girls, and like the girls will come in, bring like their purses full of little like trinkets and little like the latest like Labubu or Littlest Pet Shop or Polly Pocket or fake makeup, their little wallets all organized and stuff, and they'll come in with like these literal sometimes backpacks full of toys. I'm like, this is so distracting. And you constantly have to, like, during the service tell them to put it away, but like the boys will, like, they also have like some big like blocks in there, like this like just toys, and the boys will be in like this basketball thing, and like and the boys will be like running around like throwing blocks at each other and throwing balls and playing like, I don't know, Roblox, real life Minecraft or something like that, and it's just like fun. And this little boys will be like, I'm a monster. I'll be like, what kind of monster, but and then so sometimes I'll play with the boys, but if I'm just, or sometimes I'll just sit with the girls and be like, it's just cute, when little kids are little, boys have cuties, ew. Girls are lame, yeah. Your dad was the same. He was a big kid at heart. Yeah, for real, like, and that's part of why I love, like, working with kids. Like, before I served in ministry at my church, I had 2 different childcare jobs with, like, similar age kids, and I love talking to kids, and it is fun for me because, like, I'm a very imaginative person, and I think sometimes grown-ups have a hard time connecting with kids, like the reason why some people are really great with kids and some people aren't, grown-ups are, because kids are so imaginative. So if you're an imaginative adult, you're more likely to get along with kids versus a grown-up who's like, you know, trying to engage with a kid who's like, let's play Princess Fairy game. And they're like, she's like, okay. But like for me, I'm like, okay, you know. Or, because I used to do that as a kid growing up. I would play all those games. Also, I don't even know. I used to think that I wanted kids of my own. But like, since I've been working with kids so long, like, I really, I don't even feel the need to have kids of my own anymore. Like, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like a mother, not a mother, like a big sister to some mother, cool aunt, cool big sister pretty much to some of these kids. And it's awesome, you know. And then I see like couples around my church, couples who are my age or slightly older, or even couples who are younger, like, than me, like looking like 40-year-olds with their, you know, worn out 40-year-olds pushing around their babies and carrying them around. And I'm just like, I don't want that for me. I don't know. I will watch your kids in church and then hand them back to you. I mean, honestly though, for me, like, my thing is I don't like to work with babies or toddlers. I do not. I've worked with children from ages like very, very young, like months old, up to 11 or 12. My favorite is like kids who are like 7 to 12 years old, I'd say. Or even 6 to 12 maybe. But before that, it's like they're just too liable to be bratty and so yeah. So like being a mom, you obviously have to go through all those stages, and also it like takes up your entire life, becomes about your kids. And I don't know. I've also thought about maybe someday, and of course I would wait until I was married, but maybe not having kids of my own, but adopting kids. Like adopting a kid who's a little bit older, because, you know, most people when they adopt, they wanted to adopt a baby. But there are a lot of older kids in the foster care system who need parents. And I have a lot of compassion for older kids who are, I see it a lot of times, even at church, but like at work, and I'd see kids who are older and they don't have a super attentive parent, and they really, or like, they just kind of, it's apparent that they're like lacking in something at home, you know. And so I just really have a heart for older kids who, you know, I know, and, you know, I'm not opposed to that. Like, if that's something God has for me someday, sure. But as of now, I'm good. Just being a spiritual mother. It's more fun. But not everyone is even called to be that, you know, and a lot of moms, like people who are moms at my church, like they have their own kids, but they don't like to take care of other people's kids. So like that's a whole nother thing, is like you like your own kids, but you don't like other people's kids. Like for me, I just like kids in general. So that's why we have so few, we're always needing volunteers in children's ministry. And, you know, when I tell people I do that, they'll be like, oh, wow, well, good, someone has to do it, or better you than me. Like, I'm like, and I just don't get it, because, like, for me, it brings me so much joy. Like, I literally have so much fun going. I don't even like to go to church and, like, sit in big church, quote unquote. I don't like to go to church unless I'm, like, serving that day. I don't even have fun. I mean, it's nice to go, but like I get more out of like sitting and like sitting with the kids in the small group and listening to the pastor's lesson and then talking with the kids about it. I get more out of that like than I do sitting listening to the pastor talk for 45 minutes about whatever he's talking about today. Experiencing that love. Yeah, so it's a whole, like, having a baby of your own is like totally different from, it's just a totally unique experience. And I think that's, you know, some people want that, but I think for other, and they're like, they really crave the actual, like, you know, going through having a baby and carrying on and birthing their own child. I do not have any of that desire. Like, I quite literally, like, first off, the idea of being pregnant sounds absolutely atrocious. Like, I can't even stand when I'm, like, bloated or, like, retaining water, or, like, I've gained a little bit of weight because I started exercising and eating a little bit more. I can't even stand that. Like, the thought of, like, gaining, like, so much weight, like, just because, and, like, having this stomach that is just, I think I would lose my mind. So, and part of that is just me, in my psyche, you know, not everyone deals with that. And for some people, it's okay. And I'm not even saying that, like, pregnant women look bad. I think they look great, honestly, and it's cute. It's just, for me, it's like, or people who weigh more look bad. It's like, for me, I really need to be really, really thin because I'm uncomfortable if I'm not. Like, I even feel like, I mean, I've gained quite a bit of weight since my last live. I don't know if I have. I just feel like I have. Your feet will be hurting too, right? There's so many things that go into being pregnant that it's like, so like, you know, I'm just like, to each their own. If that's something that you really want, is the experience of having your own child, go for it. But if you can be satisfied with the idea of, you know, being a spiritual mother like me, for me, like, I don't even feel like, you know, I may not even get married. Like, honestly, I don't even know. But, like, if I were to get married, I don't even know if I would even feel the need to even adopt kids, just because I work with them so frequently. Or, like, if you're married and, you know, you have a heart for fostering kids or adopting kids, it's like, whatever, you know? Yeah. Well, so like I say, I'm saying, she probably looked great. Everyone's like, oh, you look so cute. And, you know, looking one way, it's, for me, it's more about how I feel, is what I'm saying. Like, even like right now, like, I feel like, you know, and people are telling me, even that I look better, healthier, whatever. And I honestly recognize, I look at myself, I'm like, dang, you know, I do still look thin, and I look arguably better than I did before, but I don't feel better. I feel like heavy or something. I just don't like it. So it's just, I don't know. I've always had sensory issues like that. But thank you for saying that, Tony. Yes. Yes, you were not wrong. And I don't even say that to brag or anything. Because I know, like, I mean, honestly, I know, I mean, just from experience with dating and stuff like that, I know what the majority of people out there are like. And I mean, I think part of why I'm single is because I'm so unique, you know, and like I have really high standards for myself, but also for anyone that I'd be dating. So I don't want to be in a relationship just to be in a relationship, you know. Like, I've had plenty of opportunities to be with a guy and have him be my steady boyfriend, but because he wanted to, believe me, and like potentially even get married. Like, I had one boyfriend when I was about to turn 23, like right about when I moved here, when I was literally like moving into my newest apartment. Not this one. I moved into one apartment and he was there with me. I ended up not really liking that apartment and also getting out of the lease because the next day there was an incident there and my parents were not comfortable, nor was I comfortable with staying there. So, but I was like just talking about how I didn't like the apartment. I was like, oh, I really don't feel like I want to be here in a year. And he was like, he came up behind me and like hugged me. He's like, we could be married in a year. And I was like, oh, okay. So, and that was when I hadn't even turned 23 yet. I can't even imagine, like, and I did like this guy. I liked him. But I ended up breaking up with him just because I knew he was way more serious than I was. And I also knew that I didn't want to stay with him because, quite frankly, I wasn't satisfied. And I'm like, why continue that relationship if it's not something that I could see, a person that I could see myself marrying, you know? And then, you know, case in point, he ended up, and it was good, and actually we ended up remaining friends after that and for a long time until he actually met another girl who he ended up marrying, and like I could tell he's super happy and she seems super happy with him, and I'm like, okay, you know, you do you, girl. But like for me, I'm like, whew. And like seeing the picture of him like with this girl, I'm like, I could not imagine what it would. I would not have been happy if I married this guy. So I'm just like, I'd rather be single than with the person that I'm settling for. Dude, we had just started dating. I'm not even kidding. We had just started dating. he was like a little bit too into me. It was like one of those relationships that looks so good on paper. Like it would look so good on social media, right? You know, and it was great. Like, and it was like this honestly adorable thing because at the time I didn't have my apartment yet. So I was staying, I had moved up here from Tuscaloosa to Madison, and I was staying at my parents' house. I didn't have a bedroom, so I was sleeping on the couch, and of course wanted to get out ASAP. But I was looking for an apartment. I hadn't found an apartment yet, so I was staying at my parents' house, and we met on a Christian dating app, and we're just talking, and then one day kind of mutually decided that we wanted to meet each other. So I ended up like my parents like drove me to the mall and dropped me off, and I met him there, and my parents like met him and they liked him, and then we started dating, and he would come and pick me up pretty much every day after work, and we'd go do something together, and it was like this really cute little like relationship. Even though I wasn't like, and the thing is, like, I thought he was attractive. I just like, and he seemed great, like, and this is gonna sound a little bit petty, but he wasn't tall enough for me, you know what I mean? Like, I'm 5'6". He wasn't shorter than me or anything, but he was like 5'8". And he was also really like slender, so like, I could even be with someone who's like not that much taller than me, but like he was like practically my size, and I felt like being with him that I wanted to be with the guy who's like bigger so that I look smaller, you know, and it's not that he was smaller than me, he just was close to my size, and I didn't like that. Like, that really bugged me. It didn't bug him. He was totally fine with it. And he was like, you know, we would hang out together, we'd watch Ben Stiller movies. It was like so. The only thing was, I just was like, I'm not physically. And so I broke up with him and, you know, at first he was hurt, and I get it, but I think if I had kept dating him, it would have hurt more, you know, because he would have gotten more invested. And I'm not saying he's not masculine, it's just like, so he could date a girl who's maybe like, a girl who's wanting, like, I have no idea how tall his now wife is, but from the picture, she looked a little bit shorter than me, but like, so he could date probably someone who was like, I don't know, like 5 feet tall, and she would feel like he was like masculine and whatever. It's literally just like, and not all women have that insecurity, and some women like to be with men who are like their height, or they don't mind being with guys that are shorter than them. It's just a personal preference for me. I don't like it, but I think it has to do with just me, like, in general, feeling like fat all the time by myself. And then like, when I go out and I'm around other people, not just guys even, and I see myself compared to other people, I'm like, whoa, I'm actually pretty small. And it makes me feel better. But then, so like, being with him, I didn't feel very small compared to him. So I didn't feel good. Yeah. But he was a very nice guy, very nice, very, very sweet Christian guy. And I am very happy that he has found someone who feels the same way about him. And he liked cats, and he was very nice to my cats. And he bought me some cat toys, so, and helped me with, yeah, Tiny Tim, short kings. Gotta love him, though. A crab horizontal. Any girl I got with said they liked your height and body is one of the main things you're like. Yeah, I mean, so here's my thing. I think initially what attracts someone to someone is, it depends on how you meet. So like if you meet them online, I think the reason why I ended up even going on a date with this guy, who I wasn't super sure about, was I really liked his personality. And we were having a really great conversation. He seemed like a really, really nice person, and I really wanted to meet him. And I felt like my parents would be okay with it, and it would just be great. And we really did have a lot in common. We vibed pretty well. We ended up being good friends, right? Now, but then I found out, so that's why I agreed to be his girlfriend. Then I was like, okay, I'm really not physically satisfied in this relationship. I'm always going to be like thinking about, oh, he's not this, he's not that, and wanting someone else. So, but you may meet someone, you know, see someone who you're like initially attracted to, and like say they check all the boxes. They look like whatever your dream guy or girl is, and you initially have like a little spark, and you feel this overwhelming chemistry, like, oh, I like him so much, I like her so much. And then you guys finally go out or start talking, and you realize that they're a really shallow person. And, you know, unfortunately, not everyone, but unfortunately a lot of the people who are like on the high end of attractiveness, both men and women, tend to be shallower because they know that they're attractive. And so they feel like they don't have to. And then people, like, I often find that the nicest people, I don't know what I'm saying. So to find a rare combination of someone who you mesh with personality-wise, and, you know, similar interests, and you're also really attracted to, and you feel that chemistry, it is so rare. And unfortunately, that always happens to me with the people that absolutely I would never be able to date for one reason or another. And the people that I am friends with that want to date me and would really, really want to be with, you know, like would be a perfect boyfriend on paper, I'm just not excited about. No, for me, being a Christian would be like a requirement, actually, because I'm a Christian. You met this girl at a translation, you hit it off, and she spoke about how we met as if it were a fairy tale. Yeah, and there have been like that is the thing, honestly, like sometimes you meet someone and it feels like a fairy tale. It doesn't even have to be like at a fancy, I think that fairy tale feeling is having chemistry with someone. So you can be like literally anywhere. You could be like at the grocery store, like walking in the park, at church, or, you know, like, and you like meet someone. And okay, so I will say this. I did have a relationship with this guy before I kind of realized that not being a Christian is a deal breaker because specifically of guys like him and him specifically. I fell madly in love with this guy. Total opposite of me personality wise, total opposite of me, everything. We felt like crazy obsessed with each other. But long term, ended up not being compatible because of many reasons. But namely, my faith, my Christianity, and his complete and utter disregard and disinterest in it. You know? That's the thing, is opposites do attract sometimes. And sometimes you'll be attracted to someone who's your opposite personality. But in terms of, and that's what feels so exciting about the initial relationship. It's like, ooh, this person, they're so mysterious, they're so cool, they're so, But then, and so you get all these feelings like the dopamine, the oxytocin, all that great stuff. But then when it comes down to it, like if you don't agree on morals and faith and like certain just like basic guidelines for life, like in the long term, you have to think about those things when it comes to a long-term partner. And respect, yeah. Yeah. Okay, bye, Donovan. Talk to you later. It's the mysterious side of things. It's great at the start, but if you strongly yeah, and that's literally how it was with him and then this other guy. Like the two guys that I've ever been most in love with in my life have been, in retrospect, and the two guys that I've had to get over, spend the most time healing from the heartbreak of losing, were guys that ultimately, had I been with them, would not have been good for me at all. And would not. And part of what you want as a Christian when you're looking for a life, let's just say a life partner, a spouse, husband or wife, you are looking for someone. A big question to ask is, does this person draw me closer to God or away from God? And it's, you know, does this person draw me closer to my loved ones or away from my loved ones? Does this person make me isolate and just want to be with them? Or is this person someone that I can share my life with? You know? Exactly. You will not marry the guy, girl, you are crazy in love with. Exactly. And that's, I think, why I was so devastated when I fell crazy in love with this one guy who I couldn't be with, and then this other guy who I couldn't be with. Oh yeah, and then there was another guy that I was pretty crazy in love with, but it was less of a heartbreak than the other two. I was insanely devastated, but now, and so now I'm kind of like, I feel like what I miss is like that feeling of that like excitement, you know? But like, I don't even like, I see people who are like, always with their boyfriend, always with their girlfriend. I'm like, I don't really feel the need to like constantly be with a person, you know what I mean? So cute. Thank you. Should be a healthy balance between you and the other. Absolutely. I am drinking water. Well, it's grape flavored water. Anyway, and that is also why I love acting, because I can play any type of character that I want with any type of relationship that I want, and I can forget about my own life and just act out all these different characters and different accents, different professions, different relationship types, and live all these life experiences through the characters that I don't live in my normal life. I think maybe that's part of why I'm fine being single, is because I don't feel like I need a boyfriend, because I have a character named Avril, and she has a boyfriend, and she has an obnoxious relationship with him where she's constantly breaking up with him and then getting back together with him. And like, IRL, I would hate that. I would hate having a boyfriend who I was constantly breaking up with and getting back together with. But it's fun to play a character who does. It's really funny. Being by yourself is okay, but loneliness is not fine. Denial is not healthy. I'm not in denial. I'm not saying I want to be lonely. I'm just saying I'm okay with it right now. I mean, I totally welcome the idea of having a relationship. It's just I'm not like gonna be in a relationship for the wrong reasons. I'm waiting till God brings the right person. Like they say, knowing differences and losing one another more because of them, noticing little, yeah. And like that's the thing that with this one guy who I really cared about was like, unfortunately, we're not compatible for other reasons. He was like the one person that I felt like I could talk to about anything, and he also told me about anything. We were like, there was nothing that could not be shared between us, and there was no judgment between us. He was like my safe person. He was like, and I don't have a person like that now that I like can, or he was like the person that I would text first thing in the morning, the person I would send random pictures with just to keep up a Snapchat streak, and just talk throughout the day, even if it was about nothing, you know? And I still, like, I get plenty of social interaction, and then I started going to the gym again, and I do social media, and I make videos, and I go to church, and I go to church things, and I talk to people, you know? It's just, I miss having that really close connection with somebody who you can just talk to and not have to worry about when are they going to reply, when should I reply, am I bothering them. Just having someone that you know is like gonna want to talk to you no matter what, and gonna be there for you no matter what. That was what really sucked about losing him. Bye, DJ. See you next time. Yeah, this isn't a dating site, even though I'm talking about dating. I just talk about random things. See you. Well, thank you guys for joining my live. It's nice to be back. I think I am gonna end this live now because I am wanting to get up and stretch and maybe do some more organizing in my house and maybe make a video or something like that. I don't know. Do something else, but because it has been almost 2 hours. But thank you for spending almost 2 hours with me. Oh yes, no, I recognize him. And Telex, that's okay. But yeah, I haven't been on live. I haven't done a live stream in a while, so this was kind of a good icebreaker for me to like, I kind of got like feeling like, I don't know if I want to do lives again, but I'm sure now that I've done this and I remember how much I like doing it, I will go live more often. Also, if you guys don't already, follow me on Snapchat. I post on Snapchat daily, and I kind of like, I'm trying to do more of like a vlogger type, like daily like vlogging, like just like not even like caring about like making super edited posts or whatnot, just like doing a lot more like vlogging and stuff like that. So sort of like talking like I do on live, except it's not live, but like, yeah. So if you guys are interested in seeing more of my life, I have all my social media linked. Snapchat, TikTok, and Instagram, but I don't really do much. Anyway, so all that to say, I hope you guys have a great October 3rd. It is October 3rd. If you get the reference. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Goodbye.